Everyone always talks about improving click-through rate in their Facebook ads creatives, but does it even really matter? Well, in isolation, click-through rate literally tells you nothing about the performance of your Facebook ad creatives, unlike some people lead you to believe. You can have creatives that have very high click-through rate, but terrible performance, and other creatives that have a low click-through rate and lower than the benchmarks people set, but actually perform super well. So today I'm going to explain why high click-through rate isn't as important as it's made out to be by some people, and how you actually can use click-through rate to improve and assess your creatives. We'll jump on the computer now and I'll show you some examples, but if you want to scale your brand using Facebook ads and you want to do it properly, check out my Facebook ads course in the description. It's called Ads Ace, and that will give you everything you need to take it in-house and scale your Facebook ads. Anyway, let's jump into the actual video. So here we have a classic example of click-through rate breaking the rules of people saying, people say you want a click-through rate over 1% in e-commerce and you want to have a high click-through rate because that's going to get you more traffic, which is going to equal more eyes on your page and more sales. That's not the case. If you're drawing in poor quality traffic, that's not what will happen, and you can see it in this example here. So you've got the first creative on the left, click-through rate 3.12%, but hey, 0 revenue generated. Versus this other creative where 0.7%, that is considered a poor click-through rate by most people in the Facebook ads world. But hey, look, it's generated $400 worth of revenue. It actually did all right, okay? So one ad, high click-through rate, low conversion rate. Other ad, low click-through rate, high conversion rate. You can't use click-through rate in isolation, and this just shows you exactly why. Now, why is this happening in these two particular creatives? Well, look at the actual creatives and use your mind as a marketer, and you will see quite clearly what is happening, okay? So this first one, it creates a lot of curiosity, struggling to sleep through the night. That's probably applying to quite a lot of people. You're struggling to sleep just in general. That's a big market. The creative doesn't really tell you too much about what the product is or even what this is about. It just has a question, has some girl lying in bed with a phone, and then has something in the bottom right hand corner, which, you can't see the detail in the writing in this particular creative. You don't really know what that is. You're quite curious. You want to find out, okay? Versus this one where it's quite clearly what this is. It's addressing a specific problem. Stop waking up during the night. If that is not relevant to you, you'll see the ad and go, oh, that's not relevant to me, and you'll pass on by. That is reducing the chances of people clicking. That's reducing the click-through rate that's on the ad versus the number of impressions, okay? You can quite clearly see what this is. It's a lemon flavor. It's some sort of supplement or drink or powder or something in a bag. So you know what it is and you know what it does. You sleep deeper, you sleep longer, sleep naturally. If that is not relevant to you, you're not interested in that, you're not going to click. So it is disqualifying people a lot better than this one that you just has a lot of ambiguous stuff and you don't know what it is. So you want to go, hey, what is that? Find out. Now that I'm on the website and I see what it's about, that's not relevant to me. Bounce. Okay, so high click-through rate, low conversion rate, low click-through rate, high conversion rate. Okay, so there's a couple situations where you'll see this. So there's going to be a couple of reasons for your click-through rate not playing by the rules. In the first situation, high click-through rate, low conversion rate, there's 4 things really. I mean, there's going to be other things, but these are the 4 core things I would say. So your ad is attracting an irrelevant audience. Maybe it's just misinterpreted or something, but the wrong audiences are coming via your ad. So a good example of this is maybe cost. Let's say your ad is, you have a premium product and you're attracting just a lot of people by the ad, but a lot of those people can't actually afford your product. Well, that's attracting an irrelevant audience. If you change the imagery, if you change the storyline of that ad, you change the demographic of the person, you might attract a more premium, more affluent audience, and maybe that's going to be more relevant for your brand. Or if you just use more premium looking creatives, maybe that does that as well, okay? So ad lacks information. Well, people are going to click on that to understand. That's kind of what the first one was. People didn't really know what it was. It's creating curiosity. So they want to go and find out, hey, what is this? There's no information. I have to click. When they get at the information, then they bounce, okay? Ad is misleading. That's another one. A lot of the time, if you have an ad that is overly promising something or is just misleading about what your actual product is or what the offer is, well, you're going to get a lot of people clicking, but not a lot of people are going to be converting. And that's not what you want. That's pointless traffic if people are misled. You're better having less traffic, lower click-through rate, but more relevant, more people who are on the same page and who are ready to buy a product. And then the final one, ad creates curiosity, but doesn't sell well. Think of it as like the crazy concept car you see in a shopping center or shopping mall. You know, people want to go and sit in it and look at it, but no one's going to buy it, okay? That situation maybe because they don't have the money, but same thing, you know, you can have things that are cool, people want to play with in shops, demonstrations, but they never actually buy it, right? And that is ad creating curiosity, but not selling well. And then finally, you have the low click-through rate, high conversion rate ones. So ad disqualifies irrelevant people. That's a good thing I've used in the past. You know, you've had very, very niche messaging. And what that's going to do is it's not going to be relevant for many people. It's going to keep the people on the platform. But that is good. You know, there's no problem having a lot of impressions, but a low click-through rate, keeping it on the platform. You know, you're sending good signals. And over time, the machine's going to learn that, hey, this is his specific audience. This is who we want to go after more of because they convert very well. Ad is easily interpreted. You know, you're giving all the information. It's clear what you're offering. You're showing your product, or you're talking about exactly what the product is. You know, people are going to click. They're going to have a lower number of people clicking, but it's going to be the right people that are clicking, and you're going to have a high conversion rate for that matter because they know why they are clicking. And then finally, the ad relates to the product or the landing page. That's really talking about you being misleading and things. If your ad relates back to what the product is, you're going to have a low click-through rate probably, but people are going to actually click and convert because they've gone there for a reason again. So how can you actually use click-through rate if I'm saying now that, hey, it doesn't tell you anything, and I've shown these examples of high click-through rate, low conversion rate, low click-through rate, high conversion rate. Well, the way you can use click-through rate is to incrementally improve specific creatives, because those creatives are the same, and if you remake them in a very, very similar way, then you can say, well, hey, if the click-through rate's improving, you know, this is the same creative, it's doing the same job as the previous one, I can say with a bit of certainty that, hey, if I'm improving the click-through rate here, I am just bringing more of the same quality traffic to the website, and I'm going to incrementally improve my CPA, my ROAS, okay? So a couple ways you can do that. So let's say we have a video, and the video is sitting at 0.9% click-through rate, and it's converting at a good CPA, right? If you do minor things, let's say there's no call to action in that video, it's just a video that plays. If you add a call to action throughout that video in terms of text, or you just insert a little like 2-second clip, or even just an end screen at the end, with a call to action, you might incrementally improve the click-through rate. And let's say you get up to 0.95% click-through rate, you're going to get an incremental improvement on your CPA. When you have high spend, that can be a massive amount of revenue increase, okay? So that's one way you could do it. Another way could be urgency. You could add some, scarcity. The offer ends soon, or we've only got so many left, to create more urgency in your video to get people to click and buy now, rather than just watch it, go, yeah, this is nice, and then take 2 weeks to actually convert their buying cycle. If you create, hey, this ends this week, more people are going to go and click in it. Or you can make videos more engaging and shorter. If you have a video that's doing pretty well CPA wise, but it's got a low click-through rate, and that's a long video, that's probably boring a lot of people. We can probably say a lot of people are going to be bored by that. What if we take that same video, shorten it? Is that going to improve it? Because people just watching a video, you go into like a monotonous mindset. You're like, you're almost like just stuck watching something, and then you forget what you saw previously in the video, and you scroll on to the next video when it bores you. Versus if you cut away that boring portion and you just got to the juice, the stuff that's actually engaging people, and then just cut it, they're more likely to go, oh yeah, I'm still in my high, excited, emotional state. Let me go and click onto the website now that the video's finished, and see what this is all about, rather than continue on scrolling, okay? So that's another way that you can improve it. And what I would do with all this is, I'd see something like this, and this is not something you're going to do in every creative. This is something I'd more reserved for creatives that have been running a long time. How can we incrementally improve our top creatives? So like if a creative's a winner, it's running, and I'm like, hey, this click-through rate's a bit low in this creative, let me see if there's anything I can do here. There might not be anything. You might watch and be like, you know what, this is pretty much as good as this creative is going to get. It has all the elements it needs to have. It just is what it is. That's fine. But if it doesn't, you can go, well, let me try adding a call to action end screen on this, see what happens. Let me try shortening this video, looking at your percentage work times, seeing what the drop off is, stuff I show you in my course, and looking at what is happening in the actual video and trying to understand how people are behaving. Okay, so really that's all the aspects of click-through rate. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more, as always, and of course check out my Facebook ads course in the description if you want to expedite your learning. Anyway, until the next one, have a good week and see you very soon.